Mia cucina in Italian means my kitchen, and I have a deliciousness. Pero la prima cosa che dobbiamo fare è prendere il fadale. So what did I say in Italian? The first thing that we need to do is to put on the fadale. And this meal is a wonderful Mediterranean caramelized fennel and onions. And I am going to pair this, and right now I'm turning on my little stove to medium high. And I am going to pair this with my chili lime shrimp. But the first thing that we are going to be doing is that we are going to start caramelizing this, and then I'm going to show you what to do next. So what I have here is I have it on medium high right now, and I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of butter that's going to go right in here. And I have a nice, saute pan, and I want to make sure that I get all my olive oil and my wonderful butter here. I also have some on the side just in case I may need some. Hey, we have to be prepared for these things, so you know. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get this rocking and rolling over here. So I'm done with this. And I'm going to walk you step by step. Then what I did is I took a mandolin and I put it in a much thinner. Hi everybody, hi Lisa, hi you beautiful people, bachi, 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 lots of kisses. And then I took 1 red onion and 1 entire fennel bowl. I took the little part inside, cut the outside, and that's what's going to go in here right now. And this is going to take a few minutes. And what I do is, after I wash them very well, guys, is that I take a paper towel and dry them very well, because you don't want to get any water in here. You just want it to be nice and dry. So I am done with this. Let's get this out. I have 2 of these guys that I just want to kind of move it around here. And it looks like a lot. So I just want to mix them together so they can start. You see what I'm doing? I am mixing them together because I want them to get coated with the melted butter and my thinly sliced. Everything's very, very sliced. This is what happened when you thinly slice it. Now, you can use a food processor, and I used a food processor, but it did not work for me. So the mandolin, and please be very careful, use the guard when you are using a mandolin. All right, so now what I want these guys is to slowly doing their thing, in which they're starting to do that. I don't want them to burn. I just want them to caramelize. All right, and this is going to take a few minutes because we have other things to do. All right, I am going to tell you what's going to go on this fennel and onion dish. There's what I have here is I have a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of pepper. And what I'm going to do now, I mixed it with my hands. I am just going to take a good pinch of that, and I'm going to use 2 pinches for now. So then, just 2 pinches. Remember, a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of salt. Done. Finito on the side. 2 tablespoons of olive oil went in here with 1 tablespoon of butter. Done. Then what I have here is I took an entire lemon. What is it called? My mind just went blank, guys. You know, I zest it. You know, English is my 3rd language. I speak Spanish, Italian, and English, and sometimes a little bit of Spanglish and Italian and whatever else comes out of my mouth. Okay, you gotta have fun with life, and cooking is a lot of fun. So then what I want to do now is I want to continue to move these guys, okay, so they can start getting coated again with what I just put in there. And the nutmeg and all of these guys have such a wonderful, wonderful flavor. A lot of people, they don't cook with fennel because they don't know. I grew up eating fennel because, you know, my Italian family, that's how it is. Okay, so one entire zest of a lemon goes in here. And I also took a half a lemon and I squeezed a half a lemon. And I put it into the grated lemon. Okay, that's going to go for later. Then what I have here is 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese. Hey, it's Mediterranean, you gotta have the cheese. Then I have the other half of a lemon that I'm gonna utilize, but not quite yet. And then what I have here is some basil leaves that I'm gonna show you what to do when it's done, when we're gonna finish it. And then what I have here is I have some parsley that I grow myself. And I'm going to be utilizing about 2 tablespoons of that. So that's going to go for our wonderful Mediterranean caramelized fennel and onions. Keep an eye because now it's breaking down. It's doing its thing. Oh, it's wonderful. It's working, working, working. All right. So now let me bring you to what we are going to be utilizing for the shrimp. So what I have here is 1 pound of shrimp, and I have them with skins and all. I washed them really well, and I kind of dried them. So that's what I have here. It's an entire pound. Now to this, I am going to have, I've taken an entire lime zest, and I am going to be adding my half of this lime zest to that. Just a half. So remember, an entire zest of a lime, and I'm just taking half and putting it into the shrimp because I want my shrimp to start marinating. Then what I have here is an entire, I took the entire lime and I squeezed the lime, and that's going to go in there like so. And then what I have here is 1 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and 2 teaspoons of chili powder. After all, this is, you know, my spicy shrimp and lime, shrimp and lime, you know that. And then something amazing happened in my pantry. I have an organic onion that started just shooting itself. And then what I do here is I've been cutting them, and it just keeps producing more. Yes, can you believe that? So what I'm going to do is I am going to, if you don't have these, you can use chives. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut these up in here. And it's the most incredible thing because I don't put any water in this organic onion. And it just started growing by itself. And then I just take a little spray bottle with water and I just kind of spray, and it keeps giving me shoots. And I'm going to continue to use it until it doesn't give me the shoots anymore. So then what I want to do now is I want to take this. It's like a good teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of chives. If you don't have chives, you know, very thinly sliced green onions will go in here to give it an extra flavor. And then what I have here, I want to make sure, because they look so identical, is I have some cilantro. And I want a couple good tablespoons of cilantro. Because this is going to be, let me move this out of the way so you guys can see. Remember, we're still caramelizing the onions. Oh yes, they're looking beautiful. Oh, they're getting their color. I am smelling the onions. I'm smelling, you know, the wonderful nutmeg. Oh yes, it's doing their thing. Because by the time this is done, the shrimp is going to go on and it's going to be marinating. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to come in here, bunch them all up like this, guys. Keep your fingers like that, okay? And just kind of guide yourself. Keep it down. Be careful. Don't chop your fingers off. I like to put my fingers, I know I'm not supposed to do that, but I've been doing this for so long, and I have chopped my fingers many times, so I have learned. So what I want to do is I really want to chop this up. Chop it, chop it, chop it up. Chop it up, because this is what's going to give my beautiful shrimps all this deliciousness. And as you can see, I have quite a bit here. Quite a bit here. And since I'm going to be making chili later, not today, I'm going to be using a tablespoon. And I'm going to use 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of this. And then this rest is going to be for tomorrow when I make my chili. So what I'm trying to show you guys is have a plan. When you have a plan and you go to the grocery store and you buy one thing, see how you can utilize whatever you're chopping for the next day. It makes your life a lot easier. And that is my tip, and I'm going to stick to it. So this I'm going to cover, and it's going to go in the refrigerator for my chili tomorrow. Alright, and what I have here is ghee. I'm going to be using some ghee and some olive oil to go with my shrimp. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to use this tablespoon, and I'm going to be using 1, 2 tablespoons into my shrimp, the shrimp. Okay, you guys are with me so far, so good. Okay, I am done with that. Get that out of the way. And now I'm just going to get my shrimps all marinating in here with my chili powder, with my red chilies, with my lime juice, with my regular lime. And now these guys are going to be ready to rock and roll when these guys are done. See how simple and easy that is. Easy transaction. Alright, my caramelized onions are getting there. They're almost done. But we are not done, because we still have some other things to do. Oh, it smells wonderful in here. And I love this dish. And actually this is a side dish that pairs very well with fish, shrimp, chicken. So now what I want to do is I want to take my parsley, and I'm going to chop my parsley because that's almost ready. And I have a bowl here with foil that I am going to cover so it stays warm while I do my shrimp. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to play this entire thing out. So what we want to do here is, again, we want to stems and all, because, a lot of chefs, they do not use the leaves. They use the leaves for other things. They use the stems. There's a lot of protein a lot of nutrients. So please, when you get anything that is flat leaf, try to buy organic. Everything I am using is organic. My shrimp is wild caught shrimp. And I have a wonderful butcher here where I live, and they get all kinds of really amazing things. Okay, so you can see now I am done chopping my parsley. So I'm about 1 or 2 tablespoons of parsley, 2 tablespoons to be exact. If I were to I don't like to measure, but if you need to measure, it's 2 tablespoons. Hello there, I think I see Cindy, Linda, all these beautiful people. So now I'm done with this. I am going to get my basil. This is my beautiful basil that I grow myself. And then what I want to do is, I know I have my paper right here. And let me continue to move my caramelized. Oh yes. Oh yes, it's looking good. Oh, we're going to have such a good yummies. And it's delicious and beautiful. It's almost done, so I'm going to shut it off. Just going to shut that off, because I'm going to get my basil, and I just want to dry it out. Because when I cut it from my plant, I have like 3 or 4 different basils. Because Italians, we cannot be without basil, God forbid, or oregano. So I grow all of my herbs. So then what I want to do is I want to keep them all like this, guys, okay? And I'm just going to slice. Just slice. Slice, 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 slice. Be careful with your fingers. Okay, so now we have the wonderful basil, Mediterranean flavors on the side. We have our parsley that we cut up. And now what I have here is I am going to add my wonderful lemon and my wonderful, amazing lemon juice of a half a lemon. And I'm just going to mix it all together. I'm going to turn this back here because it's almost finished. Almost finished. Now I am going to take the rest of my salt and pepper and be done with that. Remember the teaspoon of salt, the teaspoon of black pepper, and the teaspoon of nutmeg. So I just want to give it a quick stir in here. Now I am going to take my parsley and I am going to add it all in here as well. Just going to mix this up. Okay, now I'm going to bring my bowl here. Okay, you see how easy and fast this is going? All right. So then now what I'm going to do is let me show this to you. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? I want all of this in here. Okay, remember the paper. This thing is screaming at me. Doesn't let me to pick stuff up. Just with this, I'm just going to wipe it, bring it in here. Why not? I don't want to lose it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to put it on medium high. I am going to add my tablespoon of ghee in here. Just like that. And I already have the olive oil in there, but I still want to add a little bit of olive oil in here. This is getting ready for the shrimp, guys. So, you know, we're just multitasking. Okay, so then now with this, my caramelized onions, I am going to add all this cheese. I am going to mix it well. Oh yeah, baby, 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 baby. Wait till you see this. Wait till you taste this. Okay, now that I'm done with this, I'm going to move this out of the way. I am going to go ahead and get my wonderful basil, put it on top of that. Oh yes. And then what you have is you have that. See that? That is the Mediterranean caramelized fennel with onions. So now I'm going to cover this baby up. I am going to get my shrimp that's going to go in here like that. Make sure I get everybody in here. Because this is going to be done super fast. Get done with that. Get that out of the way. Shrimp is going to go really quick. Then what I want to do with my lemon. Okay, remember I still have my lime. Is I am going to take my lemon. And I'm not going to throw that away because I can put that in water. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my slices ready. I'm going to grab my platter because I'm going to show you how I'm going to plate this. Alright, let me get things moved out of the way so I can show you. I'm going to put my wonderful lemons to the side of the platter. This makes a very lovely dinner, guys. Let me grab another spoon here. And I am going to now saute my shrimp. I want this on high. Oh yes, my shrimp are almost done. And it makes this amazing yumminess, this amazing glaze almost. And it's so tasty. Now, if you don't like it super spicy, you know, you can kind of eliminate so much. Maybe you can use, I use 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes because I like it spicy. Because, you know, my father would always say, is it good for your blood? Hey! Well, okay. So now my shrimp is almost done. It opens up the sinuses, let me tell you. It is delicious. And we cannot wait to make this. The ghee gives it a nice buttery. I wish you could see this, but you'll see it when you make it in your non-stick skillet. And I'm just constantly moving them, guys. All right, my shrimp is almost done. All right, so then what I want to do now is I'm going to turn my board over. I am going to get my wonderful, oh yes, and I'm just going to kind of move it like so. Like so, in the middle. You see what I'm doing? I'm putting it in the middle. They're all going to get along very well together. In the middle, there. Oh, the cheese is melting. The basil is doing wonderful. These flavors are going to be delicious. I love making this dish. And I wanted to bring it to you because a lot of people, they don't know about this dish. But I remember it. So here's my lemons for my shrimp. Okay. So I'm making like a bed. You see that? I'm making a bed. All right. So then now, oh my gosh, I want to taste. But I know it's going to be amazing. All right, so then now my shrimp, it's almost there. Almost there. Oh, my chili lime shrimp, it's looking fabulous and beautiful. And it's like I said, it's making this amazing, delicious sauce. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Wait till you see this, guys. And then you move these things around. Let me get this seed out of the way because, you know, I like things to be pretty. Let me bring back my paper so I can continue to use my, it's not a paper, you know, I had to taste it. Oh, it was just right there. It really is not. It's paper towel. So we can do it like that. Maybe this one like this, you know, to get ready for this deliciousness. Okay, now I am going to grab my shrimp. You guys ready? Look at this shrimp. And look at this shrimp. Oh, yes, baby, baby. I want all of it in there. And then what you have, guys, is this amazing Mediterranean caramelized fennel and onions with chili lime shrimp. Let me show you. Doesn't that look delicious? I want to thank all my sponsors, Carla Harris with FARMASI, Soul Angel with Wonderful Nails, and all these other beautiful ones that are my wonderful sponsors. Thank you, blessings. Have a blessed day. Thank you.